This is my first video in a new 12-day series, all about bringing the magic back into your business. So I thought it'd be useful for the first video, this one, so I'm going to produce two today, just to give you a little bit of background context. Videos really are for me, they're my exploration around the area of magic, and always had a strong sense of magic in my life. And then the past couple of years, that seems to have been almost like it's inaccessible, like I can't find it anymore. That's been hard, actually. Been really difficult to navigate, because the way I thought I was navigating didn't seem to work anymore. So as much as anything, this is an exploration for myself, just to be able to speak it out and see what occurs. So a little bit of background. I'm going to try and keep the videos short, because I can just waffle on for Britain, I know that. So I'll try and keep them short. So about a year and a half ago, a little bit less, it just became obvious to me that I'd totally fallen out of love with my coaching and training business. And so I closed it. I just stopped. Wrote to my remaining clients, said this is what I'm doing, agreed like closing time frames with them, stuff like that. And yeah, it made perfect sense at the time, because there was a sort of a conflict almost about the work I was doing, and I wasn't sure whether I was teaching, non-duality, or helping them in a more practical base, and it just felt like there was too much friction in the system. It just wasn't fun. I wasn't enjoying contacting people about working together. All the energy had gone out of it, and it was a relief in a sense, because I think I'd been pretending I could keep it going for quite a long time, and that's quite hard work. And also there was like a real hint of disappointment, because quite frankly, it's what I love doing the most. So it's really confusing to give something up that you really, really love. That's odd. But anyway, it stopped. And I went into what I can only describe as like a quite extended fallow period over the course of 2020. Now, as events have panned out, it's been quite magical, not really having work to do as that in that way. There's been some other interesting challenges, like finance, stuff like that. But it's actually been quite cool, having a lot of time to spend with the family, and doing stuff around the home, and all sorts of benefits. Been lucky in many ways. So yeah, so that's a little bit of background. Like my standard world had sort of fallen apart, and then there's been this fallow period. And then just in the last couple of months, oh yeah, and during the fallow period, like, ideas never stopped coming. It was never that ideas weren't there. It's just that, and I did start various things. It's just there's no energy in them. There's no life. Like they would just dry up really, really quickly, and it was like, okay, another one, and that can be really disheartening, actually, and it can feel really confusing and just not nice at all. And I can't remember that feeling this morning, so there's no point in pretending I can go back and access it. I can't, but definitely that was the case at the time. So yeah, a couple of months ago, something in the structure of what was going on started to change, and it's really slow. Like, it's really, really slow. Which is just intriguing, because I'm used to going at stuff at like 9 million miles an hour. So that's fascinating. But it is slow, but I can feel it. I can feel it shifting. And the most exciting thing is I can feel the magic's back. And that's like I don't really care what it produces, actually, which is quite funny. It's just like, oh, it's there again. Like, wow, I recognize that. And it's intangible. I can't really describe it for you, but I know it's there. It's like, oh, wow, good. So just gradually I've been starting to do stuff again, but it's like doing it, it's like learning to walk again. Well, I haven't, so I don't know that, but you know what I mean in terms of a metaphor. It's like I'm learning to use a different language, a different process, and that's really exciting actually. I don't think it would have been 2 months ago. I think it would have been, oh my God, like what a nightmare. But at the moment, it's like, wow, that is really exciting, because I'm getting back to the simplicity, and that'll come up in one of the videos. I've jotted down some video titles already. So the second video this morning is going to be talking about the openness to magic. And in another video, I'm going to be talking about stripping back and how old habits die hard, and how we have to learn to take one step at a time. There's all sorts of fun stuff that's starting to appear. So I hope you're going to enjoy them, and I hope you message me either on Messenger or whatever platform, or by return email, and share what's coming up for you about them. So I think that's probably enough actually of a background. There was this sort of collapsing, kind of fallow period, and then there's this new sense of growth that has the familiar sense of magic, but the way it's being explored feels very, very different from anything that I can remember. Yeah, there it is. So I will see you. Thanks for subscribing again. Subscribing, it's not really it, is it? Well, thanks for saying you'd like to watch the videos. I can't wait to hear what you find in them and what shows up for you. That's the really cool part for me, is the sharing part. And yeah, I'll get on with making the next video.